Hey trading team, it's me Jay Song. Today we got a lot to go over in the videos. Um, I get a lot of questions about how the charts work, and I'm going to take some time in these videos to show you how I draw, and because that's everything. I know that when people are learning a new skill, they often try to just rush to the next thing. Okay, what's the secret? What's the secret? Well, I'll explain the secret of the sword method in there, and that's going to help you become a very successful trader, as you're going to see at the in the quick video of what's going on in the 4 hour chart. You're going to see live trades. You're going to see our live trade. I'm also going to be putting some of the previous trades in the middle of our in the video, so you can kind of see some of the calls that I make before they happen. So for Bitcoin, again, the reason I trade I'm sharding Bitcoin and not showing you all XRP, and I can show you XRP, it's exactly the same, and I will show you that. But the reason I'm making the trades that I do charting Bitcoin is because whatever happens in Bitcoin happens to the whole crypto market. I had my suspicions in the beginning that Bitcoin was the equivalent of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and it is exactly like that, so to speak. When Bitcoin goes down, it moves with the waves when it crashes. And so that's why we really pay attention to it. Because we are expecting the mother of all crashes to happen. My job as a technical analyst is to share with you when I think that's going to happen according to the charts, because that's what I do. I read the charts, and that's how I'm able to trade on those charts. Okay, making money going up or down. When it goes up, you can make your cash positions if you're exiting at the top, and if you're exiting at the top and you know it's going to go down, you can keep your money in a cash position. As price falls, you can buy it back at a lower position and accumulate more shares. So for example, if a widget goes up to $2 a share, you can sell it and get $2 in cash. If it goes down to $1, okay, you exited at $2 and now it comes back to $1. You have $2 still. Price fell, but you still have your $2. So how many are you able to buy? Well, you're able to buy double. You're able to buy now 2 widgets. Before you just exit at the top, and that's how you're able to accumulate more and more shares. Now, if price goes back to $1, well, you have 2, and if it goes back to the original price of $2 that you thought it was, you have 2 for $2. That's going to give you a total of $4. So before, you may have started with only 1, and now you have $4 that you made for your on widget. Now that's a very simple example. I'm trying to answer a lot of questions in the chat room, and also really show everyone kind of how chart works, and not to be scared of it. Another thing I mentioned today in the chart room is that on a lot of these crypto apps that people are using, they only show you a squiggly line going up and down. And when you see that line going down a lot, people panic sell, and they sell when they should be buying, and they buy when they should be selling. And they are just freaking out because they have no idea what's happening. That squiggly line tells you basically nothing. That squiggly line for most of those charts defaults to about a 5-minute chart, which is, it's like liquid crack for a trader. If you're new to trading, you should not be trading on a 5-minute chart unless you're using a demo account practicing and you have some experience under your belt, maybe months, if years, if you can. Day traders take a long time to learn how to get good. There are tools that can help you. There's classes you can take. There's softwares you can use. But for the most part, unless you're part of a trading group or that's trading successfully 5-minute charts and 15-minute charts, you best stay away. And yet that's what they offer. That's what they offer to you. When you are getting your crypto app, you just see this squiggly line and you're like, oh my gosh, it went up, it went up and up and went up. And really, if you just take a look back at like a 4-hour chart, you're going to see it's just something normal. And that's what I'm going to go over in the videos. I'm going to spend a lot of time in the daily chart to help you understand that. Look at this chart. There's a lot of things happening on the daily chart. We're going to also practice on the daily chart because each candle represents 1 day's worth of time. It may be over the past few months, but there's money to be made if you know where to look. I made my calls on Bitcoin. The reason I was telling everybody exit Bitcoin at the top was because I saw simply on the daily chart our sword method, which I'll show you in that video. It's in the video. Okay, and I challenge you to watch it. You'll make a lot of money doing it. You'll see when you should be exiting. That technique happens a lot. Okay, if you know what's happening on the big picture, you're going to be successful on the little picture. And I always liken trading unto surfing. If you're surfing these small waves, right? You know, you're going. Having fun, and you see a little wave coming, whoa, and then you see another big wave, whoa, and then you're just waiting for a little wave, and all of a sudden, all at once, you get tsunamied by a massive wave you didn't see coming because you were so focused on the smaller waves that you failed to look at the big picture. In the distance, there was Humungadunga, and that was coming. And that Humungadunga was going to just wipe you out. And if you had known to look at the bigger picture, you would have got on the sideline and say, hey, I'm out of here for now. Or you would have said, hey, this is going that way. And then you would have just surfed with that way. And then you could have been, the best surfer of the year because you would have saw, there's a major wave coming. That is the same as what happens when you're trading on a daily chart. Okay. When you're trading on a daily chart and you're looking at the big wave, that can make you very successful. But if you're only focusing on the little waves, you can miss what's happening. So you always got to be focusing on the bigger picture. Why don't people trade on the daily chart? Well, because it's hard to make any money on it because it's so slow. You're talking about maybe 1 or 2 trades a year. If you're trading on a weekly chart, maybe on a daily chart, there may be a wave coming, in a few weeks coming from now, and people get impatient. I don't blame you. I don't like to trade on a daily chart either, but I pay attention to it because what happens on it affects the rest of that chart. You'll see these there was times years ago when I'd be trading like a 15-minute chart and I did all the analysis. It looked great. All my money, I was so set. I had big positions out, and all of a sudden, for no reason, I got wiped out. And I couldn't figure it out. I studied the chart. I lost money on that trade. I would look it over again. I said, what did I miss? I went to the 5 minute. Was it the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 30 minutes, 20 minute, 1 hour? I just couldn't figure it out. I didn't even pay attention to those higher time frames at that time because I was inexperienced. I didn't know that the bigger fish always eats the smaller fish. Even if you have a school of little fish, a bigger fish can easily defeat them. And it goes in that order. Higher time frames, a monthly can beat out a weekly chart, and a weekly chart can beat out a daily chart. And if there was a chart set up on the weekly and you forgot to check it, you're going to get wiped out because those big financial institutions buy and sell in bulk, and they have big orders on those at those prices. You need to pay attention to those monthly, weekly, daily. Get in the habit of checking them once a month in your trader. You don't need to check them every day, but you need to mark those points. So in today's video, in the teaching video, I'm going to mark off certain points on Bitcoin just for practice. I have no faith that price will go up to those levels, but I show you how to mark them with fib matching. We're going to learn that today. You're going to learn how I matched on those time frames, and you're going to become very successful. And I want you to really see those time frames. And then finally, at the very end, we're going to go over to the final fib matching for the 4 hours. At the end of that video, and you're going to see why I believe we're going to be seeing some prices. We're going to see prices of Bitcoin be going down over today, tomorrow. It could be tonight, depending on how fast price goes up. So please stay tuned. We put our buy order this morning for XRP. We're buying and selling XRP as if it was a Bitcoin chart. Okay, that sounds crazy, but because right now Bitcoin and XRP are like in sync, and they're going to be in sync until the crash. After the crash, XRP is going to decouple completely and go to the moon and beyond, and take XRP and take Bitcoin's place, and Bitcoin is going bye bye. We're trying to actively predict the crash of Bitcoin. I was hoping to get those higher prices, but we're not going to get there. I don't think we're going to get there. If we get there, great. Either way, we're in position with XRP, but I'm going to wait to that right moment, and then we're going to exit. I'm exiting XRP. I know that sounds scary. I talked a little bit about this in the video. I know it sounds scary, but I exit XRP all the time with a portion of my my trading funds, and I'll buy back later. That's how I accumulate more and more shares without having to spend any more money than I've already invested. And so I plan to exit my XRP positions for a portion of my funds and buy back at around 35 cents. Okay, I might get back in at 45. I'm going to be watching it during that crash. If I lose that position, I still have a major portion of XRP ready to go that I haven't touched. But if if my analysis is correct, Bitcoin's definitely going down, and I believe the only factor in that is that what will XRP do? XRP should follow suit. I believe it's going to fall just in line with Bitcoin because it has done every single time, and it should until activation. So have fun watching these videos. Have fun learning a lot. I haven't made too many videos about this, so be patient with me. So please be patient with me. I haven't done many videos like this in the past. I'm still learning how to best teach you all to, how to draw, but really pay attention on how I'm drawing and how I'm connecting those lines. Those lines are the foundation of everything that I do. And when I talk about trading and I show you how you need to be accurate with your trading lines, it's absolutely 100% true. Okay, guys, I have books when I was 18, and I used to take pictures of those charts, and I would just print them out at the library, and I would just draw on them with a ruler. And I kept seeing why did price move here? Why did it do this? When I took out the ruler and I drew accurately at core to core and wick to wick, I found price acting, reacting to those lines almost exactly. And I didn't know why. I couldn't figure it out. I also found hidden trend lines that don't exist. I call them phantom lines, and you'll hear me mention those. So forgive me if I'm not teaching this all in the correct way. I haven't really took anyone under my wing. This is just a method I've taught myself. I call it the sword method. I use these price lines to tell a story. The lines that I draw on price, it can look a little chaotic in the beginning because you're going to see all these lines, but price is bouncing up and down those lines as if it's walking in a spider web, as if it's walking on these invisible glass floors. And some of them are dynamic because they're moving downwards. As they're going down, price can be reacting to those lines at those times. So you're going to see a lot of times that price is touching these lines, and I want to show you how to draw this map. And the last thing I'll say is when I'm trading those lines as if I was driving a ship, a big financial ship. And when I see those lines in the distance, I'm looking at them like they're icebergs. And if I see a line here, I can see that if a ship hit that, it would crash if I go in that direction. Well, price, I can't steer price. You can't control price. You can only react to price. I saw a video of a man saying the other day, he was like, oh, my wife's going to kill me. I lost so much money, but today we're going to make a lot of money trading. We're going to do it. I just got to get these ducks in a row. Come on, we got to whip this price into shape. And then he saw that every hour he kept losing more money. He's like, oh, my wife's going to kill me. He was losing so money. And the words coming out of his mouth was, I got to whip these price into shape. No, you cannot control price. Guys, you cannot control price. You can only react to price, and you can predict price. If you can predict price, you can be very successful trading. Okay? I won't say that, but you can be very successful trading knowing what's going to happen if you can read what's happening in the future. And all you need to do to see what happens in the future of trading is look what happened in the past. You look at your chart, you draw on the chart and pass, and those buyers and sellers, they want out. Or those sellers, they need to exit their position. Or the buyers, they need to sell and take profit. Because of all that data is already included in the past, all you have to know is what they were doing. And to do that, it's simple. You just draw. You connect the lines and you see what price is doing. Price walks in and out there and it sets itself up. Price is the best indicator of the future. Price itself. And you'll hear me talk a lot about that in the future if I make more videos. But to everyone in the charting room, this is all for you guys. I really appreciate you guys all following my charts for so long. I'm now going to try to get into something more like these videos where I show you what's happening. I have just been in the past just posting the pictures of the charts, and then I post one of the big picture. But then I also post, just the 4 hour and where we're going for the day, for the week, where my price target is. You're going to see price reacting to those lines. We see it all the time. And then you'll see me put a target. And then when I put a target, I usually exit at those targets. If I put a down arrow, that means I'm selling position. That means I'm exiting into a cash position like USDC. I don't recommend using USDT Tether, but you can, but only for maybe this weekend only, because of what's happening with Tether. But you exit for a cash position and you buy back at a smaller position. And if you're in a cash position and if there's a green arrow, I buy. I go in for a buy position and go up to a higher price position. I exit for a cash position. And the final thing I'll say is with XRP, we're just trying to get in position. I'm just getting in position to get the maximum shares that I can find, that I can buy, at the lowest price possible, and then I'm waiting for it to go to the moon. If you only just bought and hold XRP, you'll still make a lot of money after activation. You'll probably be a multi-millionaire overnight, depending on how much you have. But what will happen is, even if you have just a small position and you just hold, you're going to be safe. I need to make these videos so that everyone understands what I'm doing, because I'm a trader. I don't just buy and hold. I buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell. That's what you see all the red and green arrows that I post. Those are my signals. That's what I'm doing. When you see a green arrow, you'll see me buying. And if you see me fade the arrow into a faded gray, which I think there's only one in all the calls that I've made, when you see that change to a faded gray, that means I exited my position because I said I'm getting out of this position because a signal faded. So I'll exit the position. When you see a red arrow, that means I'm selling. When you see a green arrow, that means I'm actively buying in that position. So that way you're not all getting confused. And then also you won't panic, so that if you're buying and holding and you're just watching me as price moves up and down, you're not panicking when price goes down, because we expect it. We expect XRP to crash because Bitcoin. Okay, guys? So stay tuned. Have fun learning, watching all my videos. This is part A. I'll post part B, and then I'll post part C soon.